Oh, welcome back to Bao News Network. We are actually working on our latest update for Hurricane Elsa as it makes its way through the Caribbean Sea. We've actually been monitoring this system from last night, and we actually saw some slight strengthening in the late evening of yesterday. But now we're seeing a slow weakening as it makes its way closer towards the Dominican Republic. It's about 130 nautical miles away from the coast of the Dominican Republic. It almost seems from the path that it has taken that it's actually taking more, it's shifted just a little bit to the north, and we see more of a more heavy impact, unfortunately, for the residents and citizens of Haiti, as well as along the central south coast of Dominican Republic. Wherever this hurricane ends up, it's going to deliver up to 15 inches of rain in a very, very short period of time, based on the forecast from the National Hurricane Center. One of the main uh, elements that we've been monitoring with respect to this hurricane has been breaking up the different forces of the hurricane as far as quadrants, meaning what kind of sea heights are we seeing in the northwest quadrant? What kinds of sea heights are we seeing in the northeast quadrant? What kind of sea heights are we seeing in the southwest quadrant? And also, what kind of sea heights are we seeing in the southeast quadrant? So we actually broke it up into quadrants, and we're seeing some telltale signs that are actually showing that the storm seems to be more severe on the right side, on the top and the bottom, which basically translates to the northeast and the southeast quadrants. As far as sea heights, based on our most previous forecast, we saw 12-foot sea heights, which were 210 nautical miles from the center, and also 150 nautical miles from the southeast. The previous one I mentioned, 210 nautical miles from the center for the northeast, and 110 nautical miles from 12-foot sea heights from the southeast quadrant. And what that really tells us, and those figures were actually larger than the figures for the left side of the storm, which is the northwest quadrant as well as the southwest quadrant. So I hope that I explained it a little bit better, but we've actually taken a little bit more closer detail as far as the structure of the storm. It is slightly weakening. One thing we've seen is the pressure slightly increased, which demonstrates just a slight amount of disorganization as far as it getting a better structure as it makes its way across the Caribbean Sea. Also, we've seen it actually speed up. A combination of these two elements of increasing the movement west northwest as well as an increase in pressure suggests, theoretically, that the storm is actually weakening, and also the maximum sustained winds have actually dropped from about 80 miles per hour down to 75 miles per hour. But we're still dealing with a hurricane, significant hurricane in that is approaching the shores of Hispaniola as well as the southeast coast of Jamaica. We do want to send our advisories to residents in the parishes of St. Mary, St. Anne, St. Thomas, Portland, St. Andrew, Kingston, to do prepare for significant amount of rainfall. We do know from studying the path of Iota and Ada from the 2020 hurricane season, Jamaica suffered significant amount of property damage as well as loss of life as a result of mudslides and significant rain and flooding that was received. And Iota and Ada, they basically impacted the island of Jamaica with squall showers that were emanating from the center far away from the actual core of those storms as they made their way towards the continental United States. So that was actually just a really heavy duty alert for Jamaica as far as a significant amount of rainfall they received simply from squall showers that were and thunderstorms that were out on the outer periphery of Iota and Ada respectively. So definitely this hurricane is not to be taken lightly. Significant tropical force winds, hurricane force winds. Also, it may deliver up to 15 inches of rainfall in a very, very short period of time. As far as when the storm, which is fastly moving very, very fast, actually went through the region of the southern Windward Islands, it actually knocked out power for 90% of the residents of St. Lucia, and they're actually still trying to recover in Barbados as the system made its way through the southern Windward Islands. So we're definitely concerned about the impact of this storm on the residents of Haiti and also the southern coast of the Dominican Republic, as well as Jamaica, which has a hurricane watch at this particular time. We anticipate that as the storm makes its way towards Cuba, that will be elevated to a hurricane watch. And depending on where this storm emerges, whether it's going to emerge, it actually impacts the central area of Cuba and then emerges on the western side. That will tell us a little bit more of where to anticipate the impact as far as where it will end up exiting into the Florida Straits, and then that will actually put Miami and Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Central Florida within the scope of this hurricane or tropical storm. It is quite possible that it could actually exit Cuba and then reorganize very quickly, regain hurricane strength as it makes its way towards Florida. So anything is possible with this storm. We've actually seen what actually happened with the storm when it intensified as it made its way across the Lesser Antilles, and it went directly over St. Vincent, impacting other neighboring islands such as Dominica and St. Vincent, and Martinique and St. Lucia. So definitely this hurricane is not to be taken lightly. We do see that the maximum sustained winds are 75 miles per hour at this time, but we are seeing gusts up to 90, 95 miles per hour. So the wind gusts are just as severe as maximum sustained winds. So we definitely want to make sure that we wanted to get this update out to as many of our subscribers as possible going into the early morning of Saturday. This storm is getting closer and closer to the Dominican Republic, Hispaniola, and it's going to start. The winds are going to start picking up very quickly with severe thunderstorms and lightning and all the different components of severe weather as this system makes its way towards Cuba. So we wanted to get this update out to all of our subscribers. We appreciate all of our subscribers tuning in to Bow News Network. Hit that notification bell, subscribe for our next update on Hurricane Elsa as it makes its way towards the Florida Straits. Hope you have a wonderful and safe day, and please share this video with friends and family who might be impacted by the storm as we prepare for the impact of Hurricane Elsa on Hispaniola, Jamaica, and Cuba within a few hours. Have a great day. Please stay safe, and please pray for those who are facing the storm, facing the hurricane in Haiti, in Jamaica, and in Cuba, and also in the cone of concern for Florida. Have a good day.